Tune into On the Pitch with Tijuan. Sorry, 1 second. Tune into On the... What was I saying?
We'll do it live!
With Tijuana, oh my God. I give up. Raph, Soccer Goat, picks. Okay, time to focus. Because here he is, the GOAT of soccer picks, Tijuana Raph.
Hello. Happy Friday, guys. This is a special time, special night, Friday night show. We're normally on Thursday night. We just had some issues yesterday, so sorry for everybody that was waiting for the show yesterday. It just couldn't happen. We're normally on Thursday night, 8:30 Pacific time, but we're here right now. Tell your friends, send the link. We're ready to rock and roll, guys. Ready to rock and roll today. If you've been watching the podcast the last couple of weeks, we've been doing this for a while now. 2 weeks ago, the podcast, 2 weeks ago, February 13th, podcast plays, podcast leans went 43 and 22, guys. 43 and 22. That means that's every play that I gave you on this podcast, 66%. Last week, February 20th podcast, went 54 and 23, guys. 54 and 23. We had a 70% hit rate with the leans, guys. That's all for free. That's all the plays that I gave on the podcast went 70%. So we're hitting almost 70% on the podcast leans. The first weekend, 2 weekends ago, we went 3 for 3 on the parlays that I gave for the weekend. Last week, we went 2 for 3. So those are hitting too, guys. I basically take my VIP plays from the podcast, guys. So you're getting some great knowledge, some great information when you watch this show. So if you're tapped in, guys, I appreciate your support. Currently on an 11-1 VIP run, 11-1 last 12 VIP plays, guys. Who in the business is hitting 11-1 in a 12-pick spread, guys? 11-1 last 12, 18-5. 18-5 last 23 VIP plays. That's 78% hit rate. Currently in the last 312 VIP plays, I'm 239 and 73, guys. That's a 77% hit rate. I don't think there's anybody in the business in any sport, I don't care who they are, that's hitting at a 77% hit rate. I got 135 plus, getting close to 150 VIP members who can, basically can confirm these are my accurate results. That's 239 and 73, 77% hit rate. Today we swept the board. We went with Bayern Munich game. We had team total Bayern Munich over 1.5. We had Bayern Munich money line. And we had the over 2.5, 3 over 2.75. Some people took the over 3. That hit as well, guys. 3-1 Bayern Munich win. That was a sweep. Sweep. So, guys, we're doing well right now, and we're excited, okay? Let's get into the show. We got Brisbane Roar going on tonight. It's actually going to be in about an hour. We're going to start off with the Australian Soccer League, Brisbane Roar at home taking on Melbourne Victory. That's going to be the first game we're going to look at. This is the Australian A Soccer League. Brisbane Roar, last place team, 16 games. They've scored 18 goals, conceded 35 goals. Melbourne Victory in 5th place, 27 goals scored, 22 conceded. The last time these two teams faced off against each other was a 2-0 win by Melbourne Victory. The last game for Brisbane Roar saw them lose 3-1 to Newcastle Jets. Prior to that, 1-1 draw versus Wellington Phoenix. So in the last 3 games, basically in the last 5 games, they've only seen 2 games go over 2.5, 3. That's for the Brisbane Roar. Melbourne Victory, kind of similar results. Last game, they tied 2-2 versus Melbourne City. Prior to that, they did beat Wellington Phoenix, guys. So the clear edge in this game is for Melbourne victory, guys. Melbourne victory, money line. It's not bad line. It's minus 123. Melbourne victory should get the victory here. I'm not sure if I want to go goals here. I may change my mind in a few minutes. You know, once this podcast is over and I'm about to bet, it might turn into VIP play. You never know. You got to get into the VIP. We got a live VIP chat, exclusive Telegram VIP chat. All VIP members are invited to that chat. We're in there talking all day long, 24/7. We got a guy named Zach Attack who goes in there and throws first half live plays, over 0.5, over 1.5. He's a sharp at those plays, and he's dropping them in there. We got a guy, Juan Lopez. He's my apprentice, guys. He's dropping plays in there day in, day out. College basketball, you name it, he's dropping plays in there. The other guys are sharing plays in there as well. We're a big family. We're a big community, and we're betting all day and night. Even though I tell my guys, don't be degenerates. We had a good day, so stop betting. But you guys know how you guys are. You guys are degenerates. You got to keep betting. And even though I tell you not to bet, you still will bet. So if you're that type of degenerate, there's action for you all day long in the VIP chat. Anyways, Australian A Soccer League, we're going with Melbourne victory money line minus 123. That's going to be it for tonight. It's Friday night, so we're going to go right into Saturday, guys. Saturday soccer action. Soccer action, March 1st. So this VIP month, guys, it was a short month. It ends today. But I'm giving the VIP guys that paid for February the weekend just because it was a short month, guys. The official March VIP will start on Sunday night into Monday. So if you want to get in on the VIP for March, you got to get in. Tomorrow, tonight. Get in. We'll get you into the VIP. You'll get the place for tomorrow and Sunday and all of March, guys. Get on board to that right now. Saturday soccer action. Saturday soccer action takes us to the FA Cup. FA Cup. There's no England Premier League tomorrow because they're playing in the FA Cup. We got Preston versus Burnley. Going to skip that game. Crystal Palace versus Millwall. Crystal Palace has been playing very well right now in the England Premier League. They start off pretty bad, but they've been showing some strengths. Millwall's from the lower division England team. Crystal Palace is a clear favorite here at minus 345. I'm going to go Crystal Palace team total as well here in this game, and Crystal Palace money line as a parlay piece. Bournemouth versus the Wolves. Now, these are two first division England Premier teams. You never know what type of lineups they're going to use in these games, especially two Division I EPL teams. Bournemouth versus Wolves. We should see both to score here regardless of the lineup. Bournemouth is a slight favorite. So I do like both to score in Bournemouth versus Wolves FA Cup game. Then we have Manchester City versus Plymouth, guys. Manchester City versus Plymouth. Plymouth was that team that beat Liverpool out of the blue. No one saw that one coming. They beat Liverpool 1-0, and they were like plus 900, plus 1,000 dogs. Manchester City at home are not going to let themselves lose to Plymouth. So I do like Manchester City first half for the game. Combined total over 1.5. It may be up as high as number 2 goals for the first half. But if it's under 1.5 or 1.5, 2, give me the first half over Manchester City, Plymouth. Give me the over for the first half there. Manchester City should dominate these guys at home. I don't care who's playing for Manchester City. Their backups are solid. They do not want a letdown game against a terrible team like Plymouth, lower division, last place team like Plymouth. So Manchester City, Plymouth over in the first half for the goals. Saturday French League takes us to Saint Etienne versus OG Nice. Guys, we're going to keep it simple here. Give me OGC Nice money line. OGC Nice money line. Then we go to Lens versus Le Havre. Lens money line is minus 263. That's going to be a parlay piece there. And give me team total for Lens. Lens should win that game. Then we go to PSG versus Lily, guys. PSG is going to be another money line play. PSG money line, and give me the over in PSG versus Lily, guys. We've been doing great with the PSG over games. That's going to be an over game, and PSG money line should take the victory here. We go to Serie A, Italy action. Atalanta versus Venezia, guys. This is a high juice line. Atalanta is minus 556. That could be a parlay piece, but we might need 3 teams when it's a minus 500. Atalanta money line. Atalanta spread minus 1.5. Atalanta team total there. Napoli versus Inter Milan. Napoli versus Inter Milan. We're going to have to go both to score with Napoli and Inter Milan, guys. Napoli versus Inter Milan, both to score. Udinese versus Parma. That's going to be the next game in the Italia Serie A. Udinese is in 10th place. Parma is in 17th place. Last time that these two teams played, it was a 2-3 win for Udinese. Udinese won 3-2. Parma coming off a big win over Bologna, 2-0. Parma had not won a game the last 5, so that was a big win for them. Udinese coming off a 1-0 win over Lecce. Udinese did beat Empoli and tied Napoli, guys. I got to go with Udinese. Udinese money line, guys. Udinese money line for that game. Let me pull up the next game. We're going to jump to La Liga Spain. La Liga Spain for Saturday. Girona versus Celta Vigo. I'm going to go with an over here, guys. It might be over 2. Girona versus Celta Vigo. Give me over 2 goals. Rayo Vallecano versus Sevilla. I got to go both to score. Rayo Vallecano versus Sevilla is going to be a both to score. Real Betis, Real Madrid, guys. This is an easy one. The line seems a little bit trappy, but I got to go Real Madrid money line. Real Madrid minus 116. Give me the money line there. Atletico Madrid, Atletico Bilbao. This should be a good game, guys. Atletico Madrid is playing lights out right now. You saw what they did with Real Madrid. Atletico Madrid versus Real Madrid. That was a couple days ago. And we saw them go 4-4, guys. Atletico Madrid bounced back. They were actually ahead 2-0 to start. It was a great game, guys. 4-4 final score versus Barcelona in that cup game. Give me Atletico Madrid money line plus 110 for that game. Saturday. We do have the MLS. The MLS is back. And since it's back and we have no England Premier League, guys, I'm going to go pretty fast through these games, but I will give you some plays for the MLS. It's only week 2. But I'm going to give it a stab. I did watch most of these games last week, so saw some highlights and read up on the teams to see how they've been doing in the first week. So Charlotte did tie Sounders 2-2 in week 1. Atlanta United, Montreal 3-2. So we saw some goals here with these two teams. I think we're going to see that again, guys. Charlotte versus Atlanta. The last time these two teams faced off against each other was a 1-0 win to Atlanta. But prior to that, there was 2 games that went both to score. Give me both to score in Charlotte versus Atlanta United MLS or Saturday. Real Salt Lake, Seattle Sounders, guys. Real Salt Lake lost some key players last season, going to some new teams. Real Salt Lake just lost in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, and they lost to San Jose 4-0 in the first game versus some players that they formerly had on their team. Seattle Sounders, 3-1 win in the CONCACAF Champions League. They had 2 wins out of the 2 legs in that competition, and they did tie Charlotte 2-2. Guys, I got to go with Sounders here, plus 180. You might be able to go draw no bet and get a good line. Give me Seattle Sounders money line, plus 180. Orlando City versus Toronto. Orlando City versus Toronto. Coming off Orlando City off a 4-2 loss to Philadelphia Union. Toronto coming off a 2-2 draw versus DC United. So they're scoring goals, giving up goals, guys. You know what we got to do. We got to go with Toronto, Orlando City, both to score. Orlando and Toronto, both to score. Then we got Philadelphia Union versus Cincinnati. Philadelphia Union second place, Cincinnati fourth place. They only played one game. Philadelphia Union won 4-2. Cincinnati did beat New York Red Bulls 1-0. That was a good game. I'm going to have to go with Philadelphia Union money line. Philadelphia Union money line. New York Red Bulls, Nashville SC. Got to go with New York Red Bulls money line. New England Revolution, Columbus Crew. New England Revolution at home is plus 189. Columbus Crew away team plus 129. This is yelling both to score, guys. Both to score, New England Revolution versus Columbus Crew. Minnesota United versus Montreal. Minnesota's a minus 204 favorite. Minnesota is coming off a 0-1 loss. Montreal's coming a 2-3 loss. I think we could see a both to score here, guys. Minnesota, Montreal, give me both to score. Sporting KC, San Jose Earthquakes, guys. I don't know why San Jose Earthquakes is a plus 213. I like goals here. Give me over goals, Sporting KC versus San Jose Earthquakes. Chicago Fire versus DC United. Chicago Fire versus DC United. DC United coming off a 2-2 draw. Chicago Fire coming off a 2-4 loss. Give me goals in Chicago Fire, DC United over 2.5. Colorado Rapids at home versus FC Dallas. Colorado didn't score a goal. FC Dallas won 2-1. FC Dallas plus 2-2. Colorado Rapids will get a goal. Give me both to score. Colorado Rapids versus FC Dallas. Next game, Portland Timbers, guys. Austin FC. Portland Timbers coming off a 1-4 loss in their first game. I think they played Vancouver. They did get a red card earlier, though, so that will switch things up. Austin coming off a 1-0 win. Give me over goals in Portland versus Austin Timbers. Then we got LAFC versus New York FC, guys. Give me LAFC money line, minus 145. That takes us to the big game on Saturday. San Diego FC coming off a big first ever win, expansion team win for San Diego. They took down the Galaxy 2-0. Galaxy looked awful, man. They were missing key guys from the last year's championship team. St. Louis is coming off a 0-0 draw, guys. They are known as a high-scoring team. Last season, they'd score a lot of goals. They conceded a lot of goals, but they drew 0-0 versus the Colorado Rapids. So if you want to ask who played better in their first match, it was San Diego FC. They beat the defending champions. St. Louis 0-0 draw versus Colorado Rapids. Looks like they do got a couple of new players on St. Louis. But you know what, guys? This is going to be the first game in San Diego. First game for the expansion team. They got the momentum after beating Galaxy, defending champions. Give me San Diego FC money line. Give me San Diego FC team total to finish off MLS on Saturday. Saturday. You know what, guys? We still got a lot of action. We got my favorite league, Bundesliga and Mexico, to finish off Saturday. Let's start off with Bundesliga, RB Leipzig versus Mainz in the first game of Bundesliga for Saturday. Last game, Leipzig won 1-0 versus Wolfsburg. 3 games ago, they had a 0-0 draw. Mainz 2-0 win over St. Pauli, guys. This is going to be a close, tight-knit match, guys. I think both teams can score here. I don't know if we're going to have too many goals. Give me both to score, RB Leipzig versus Mainz. Next game, FC Heidenheim versus Borussia Mönchengladbach. Current standings, Gladbach is in 9th place. Heidenheim is in 16th place. Heidenheim coming off a 2-2 draw versus Leipzig. 3-1 loss versus Copenhagen in the Conference League UEFA. Gladbach coming off a 3-0 loss versus Augsburg and a 2-1 win over Union Berlin 2 games ago. Last time these two teams faced off against each other was 3-2 Gladbach win. This should be a boat to score, and we should see goals here in Heidenheim versus Mönchengladbach. Next game, Werder Bremen versus Wolfsburg. Give me boat to score there. Boat to score, Werder Bremen, Wolfsburg. Bochum versus Hoffenheim. Give me over goals in Bochum versus Hoffenheim. St. Pauli versus Dortmund. Dortmund in 10th place. St. Pauli 15th place, trying to stay out of the relegation zone. They don't want to get in the final 3. They're in 15th. There's 18 teams, so they're in 15th place. They're trying to stay away from 16th, 17th, 18th place. Last game, St. Pauli lost. St. Pauli has lost the last 3 games, hasn't won in like 5 matches. Last time they won was 5 matches ago versus Union Berlin. Dortmund, big win over Union Berlin. They're back in action. They're playing well. Let me see them taking that momentum over again. Give me Borussia Dortmund money line. Last game for Saturday, Eintracht Frankfurt, Bayer Leverkusen. Give me over goals. It is the later game. Sometimes worry that these are going to be trap games, but I do see goals. Eintracht Frankfurt versus Bayer Leverkusen, over goals in that one. Liga MX for Saturday night, Juarez versus Pachuca. Give me both to score in Juarez versus Pachuca. Big game, Club America versus Toluca. We're talking about Club America, the back-to-back champions, 3-time champions, 2nd place, versus Toluca, who's in 3rd place. Both teams have scored over 20 goals in 9 games. Both only conceding about 1 goal a game. Last time these two teams faced off against each other was 2-0 win to Club America. And that was away at Toluca. Toluca has a lot of firepower here. We got to go both to score, Club America and Toluca, guys. Then we go to León. León versus Club Tijuana, guys. I got to go with León money line. León money line. Necaxa versus Tigres. This is a tricky one. Tigres has been playing awful. Necaxa Tigres. This is a tricky one. Tricky one here. Necaxa's in 4th place. Tigres is in 6th place. Last game for Necaxa, 3-1 win over Mazatlan. Necaxa's playing much better, guys. I got to go with Necaxa money line here, guys. Necaxa plus 170. They're the bigger dog here, but I got to go with Necaxa. It's a tough pick, but I'm going with the dog at home. They're playing much better. Give me Necaxa plus 170. Pumas Chivas, guys. Give me both to score in Pumas Chivas. 2 very bad teams. Pumas plus 138, Chivas plus 186. We saw them give up about 3 goals, only score 1 in their last game. Give me both to score in Pumas versus Chivas. I think that's going to do it for Saturday soccer action. Let's put together a Saturday parlay of the day. All right, guys, it's time for the Saturday parlay of the day. We're talking about parlays that have hit 5 out of 6 the last 2 weeks on the podcast. That's 5 out of 6 winners, guys. These ones normally a hit. I think my percentage on these is very high hit rate, guys. And we got to do it again. Let me just scan through the numbers here. Let me put something together for you. Let's see if it's going to be a money line parlay, or let's see if we're going to do an over parlay, guys. These parlays hit very well, hit often. So I just want to put together something good for you guys. Something good. We got Crystal Palace. That might do it. That might be one of the pieces. Crystal Palace. Give me Crystal Palace money line. And PSG money line, guys. Crystal Palace in the FA Cup and PSG money line. Give me both of those teams, put them together, and that's going to be your Saturday parlay of the day. That'll take us right into Sunday soccer action. We got the MLS on Sunday, Vancouver versus Los Angeles Galaxy, guys. We saw Los Angeles Galaxy that gave up 2 goals, didn't have much firepower up top, missing some key guys. Vancouver coming off a 4-1 win. I think we're going to see goals here. Give me over goals in Vancouver Whitecaps and Los Angeles Galaxy in Vancouver. Houston Dynamo, Inter Miami, guys. Inter Miami is our Messi team, Suarez. You know what I'm talking about there. First game for Houston was a 1-2 loss. Miami coming off a 2-2 draw. They're going to be looking for a win. Give me the edge to Inter Miami money line here. Inter Miami to get a victory at Houston. FA Cup for England, Newcastle United, Brighton. Give me a boat to score in Newcastle versus Brighton. The next game, Manchester United versus Fulham. Give me another boat to score. You might want to parlay both of those if they're a little juicy, but they might not be. FA Cup, Newcastle United, Brighton, boat to score. FA Cup, England, Manchester United versus Fulham, both to score as well. League One, France, Lyon versus Brest. Lyon is in 6th place, 42 goals scored, 30 conceded. Brest is in 9th place, 35 goals, 30 conceded. And the last time that Lyon played, they played against PSG. They lost 2-3. Brest did a 2-3 loss to a lower division team. You know what, guys? I got to go with Lyon money line here, -152. Lyon from the French league money line. Montpellier versus Rennes. Montpellier +252 versus Rennes +111. Rennes is in 13th place. Montpellier all the way at the bottom, last place team. In their last game here, let's look it up. This is in the French league, guys. The league that PSG always dominates. Montpellier, Rennes. Montpellier did lose 2-0 to OG Nice. Rennes did beat Reims. We got to keep it simple here, guys. Give me Rennes money line. Rennes +111 money line. Auxerre versus Strasbourg. Auxerre versus Strasbourg is the next game. Auxerre 3-0 win over Marseille. Strasbourg 0-0 versus Brest. Part of that, though, Strasbourg had 2 wins out of the last 3. Auxerre is conceding goals here. Give me over goals in Auxerre versus Strasbourg and a boat to score. Angers versus Toulouse. We got to go with boat to score. Boat to score there. Marseille versus Nantes. Give me Marseille money line. It's -200. Give me Marseille team total as well. Serie A for Sunday. Monza versus Torino, guys. Give me Torino money line -106. Bologna Cagliari. Give me Bologna money line -160. Genoa Empoli. Give me Genoa money line -110. AS Roma versus Como. Como's been scoring, guys, against some of the top teams. Give me both to score in Roma versus Como. AC Milan versus Lazio. I got to go both to score, guys. AC Milan has been conceding goals left and right. The new acquisition of Jimenez has been great. He's been giving assists and scoring goals, but they haven't been winning every game. They have been conceding a lot of goals. AC Milan, Lazio. Give me both to score there. La Liga, Spain, Leganes versus Getafe. Give me both to score. Leganes versus Getafe. Mallorca versus Alaves. Mallorca versus Alaves for Spain. For Spain, Mallorca is in 8th place. Alaves 19th place in the relegation zone. Mallorca last game 1-1 draw Alaves lost 1-0. Alaves, these games have been short. All the games between these two teams have been under 2.5 the last 3 times they played against each other. Probably going to see a lot of that going on in this game too. Kind of a lower scoring game. Mallorca has been giving up at least 1 goal in the last 5 games, 4 out of 5 games. Give me both to score. Mallorca versus Alaves. Osasuna versus Valencia. Osasuna versus Valencia. Osasuna, Valencia, both coming off a loss last week. Prior to that, they both had a 1-1 draw. Osasuna, Valencia. That's a tricky one, guys. Give me a draw, a tie in Osasuna versus Valencia. Barcelona versus Real Sociedad, guys. Give me over goals. Give me Barcelona money line as a parlay piece. Barcelona team total as well. Bundesliga for Sunday, Union Berlin versus hosting Kiel. Union Berlin should win this game. Union Berlin coming off a big 6-0 loss to Dortmund. Hosting Kiel losing 0-2 to Leverkusen, guys. I think Union Berlin could bounce back here with a big win. Give me Union Berlin money line, minus 160. Augsburg versus Freiburg in the next game for Germany. Bundesliga. Germany Bundesliga. Sonny said Augsburg versus Freiburg. Augsburg versus Freiburg. We got to go both to score in Augsburg versus Freiburg. Augsburg versus Freiburg. And give me over goals here, guys. Over goals, Augsburg versus Freiburg for the Bundesliga game. FA Cup, we went over those games. We went over the MLS games, guys. I think that was it. Time for Sunday's parlay of the day. All right, guys, let's look at this action here. Since we didn't have one on Friday, I might give you 2 for Sunday just to finish off the weekend with a bang. Finish off the weekend with the bang here. I already saw one money line that we're going to do. Just got to find one more money line to make it nice and juicy. We may have to go overs here, though. Overs. Let's see. For Sundays, soccer action. We're going to have to go with, let's see. We're going to go with Barcelona money line. Barcelona money line. That's a minus 350. It's a grandma parlay. Barcelona money line. And we're going to have to go Union Berlin money line, guys. That's the first parlay. Union Berlin from the German league money line. Parlay that with Barcelona. So we're talking like a minus 160 with a minus 300. That's not going to be a bad juice when you put those together. And as a over parlay for Sunday, give me the over in Augsburg, Freiburg, over 2.5 in Augsburg, Freiburg, and give me the over in Galaxy versus Vancouver Whitecaps, guys. We're going to get some goals there. They're due. Whitecaps have shown they can score some goals. Galaxy is going to have to bounce back after a bad game versus San Diego. They're the defending champions. They can't go 0-2. So give me over in Vancouver Whitecaps, LA Galaxy, and give me the over in Augsburg versus Freiburg. That's going to be the second little parlay for Sunday. And the first one was Barcelona money line and Union Berlin money line. So guys, just remember that Saturdays, Sundays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays are where the soccer action is at. Got to get on board right now. The VIP is hot. 11-1 last 12 VIP plays. 18-5 last 23. The last 312 VIP plays, I've hit 239 and only lost 73. That's a 77% hit rate in the VIP. And we're talking about a sample of 312 plays, 300 plus VIP soccer plays. I'm hitting 77%, guys. Nobody in the business is doing that with any sport. I can guarantee you that right now. Come find out why betting soccer is the #1 sport to bet. You don't really need anything else. On top of that, guys, I didn't even mention this. My college basketball plays are on fire right now. When I send out a college basketball play, it's not every day that I send a college basketball play, but when I do, man, they're on fire. I'm hitting 17-3 last 20. I've only given 20 college basketball plays this season, and I'm 17-3. 85% hit rate. 85% hit rate, guys. And when I take college basketball plays, I take dogs plus the points. And like 50-60% of the time, the dogs win outright. These are sharp college basketball plays. I've learned how to pick these plays over the years. When I drop a college basketball plays, guys are betting them the same amount as my soccer plays, sometimes even more because I don't send out college basketball plays all the time. 17-3. Podcast plays are lit, hitting 70%, guys. Send me a DM. Get on board. Get in the VIP, guys. I do have a free Telegram, but you need to be in the VIP because that's where the action's at. Don't fall for the scams, guys. There's a lot of scammers out there promising you the world. Let's get on board, guys. We got a lot of action this weekend. Don't fall for the scammers. There's a lot of scammers out there promising you to make you millions and, renting cars, renting Airbnbs, flashing fake stacks of cash, fake tickets. Don't fall for that, guys. Let's rock and roll. Let's get into the soccer action. Thanks again for all your support. Hit me up if you want the link to the free Telegram. Hit me up if you want any info on the VIP. Thanks again for your support. Give me a like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Boom shakalaka. Have a good night.
Tune into On the Pitch with Tijuan. Sorry, 1 second. Tune into On the... What was I saying?
We'll do it live!
With Tijuan. Oh my God. I give up. Raph. Soccer Goat. Picks. Okay, time to focus. Because here he is. The GOAT of soccer picks. Tijuana Raph.